And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome back to our exciting episode of Industrial Rotation. This is still Beta 1. We are now in episode 15. All right, what are we doing today? Good question. We are crafting with ME, which, as you guys are probably getting a good handle on, is significantly easier to do than just about, well, anything else. Yeah, I'll be completely frank with this. ME crafting is probably the easiest way to do this stuff. I'm only saying probably because I'm certain that there must be, easier ways to do this. But if there are, I don't know of them, actually. No, that's fun. We'll take that out, that out, that out, and that out. There we go. Yeah, there are probably easier ways to craft, but if there are, I don't know of them. So, yeah. How do I make a... Harvester. There we go. Well, I guess creative mode's probably easier, but, Oh, so you need 2 Invar plates. That's what I need. Well, we just happen to have some Invar that I cooked up by accident down here. Hey, oh, look at that. Invar, yay. Okay. Let's see. I need vending machine. And we're still making up that Cooper nickel, so yeah. That's all sorts of fun. Nothing like a good amount of Cooper nickel to give you some indigestion in the morning. Put you in there. Yeah. Great, Cooper nickel. I have to say, Cooper nickel is probably the most monumental pain in the neck to craft that I've ever worked with. Okay, so we got ourselves an Invar axe, and let's look back at the harvester. This month, buddy. We need a second Invar axe. Right. Yeah. Now, as I was saying, the nice thing about this is that... Let me just check the harvester again. What else do we need here? A pair of shears, so a pair of iron plates. Okay, well, that's not too bad. The nice thing about this is that, as you can see, it's actually fairly quick to process this stuff, especially if you are a reasonably fast typist like I am. I actually tend to slow down a bit when I'm working on stuff for Minecraft because Minecraft's text handling is actually not that fast. As far as I'm concerned, it is frankly painfully slow. We need another iron there. I forget I only get 1 out of these. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's actually kind of painfully slow. So, yeah, I kind of slow down just a little bit when I'm working on it. Anyway, so we are right now crafting up the stuff we need. You can see this guy's still processing. We're getting more and more plates out of there. That's great. That's what we like to see. All right. So let's come back up to here. Let's open this guy up. Let's get our 2 Invar plates out. And another Invar axe. Okay. And the harvester recipe again. Now we need shears. So let's go back to harvester. You can understand, though, even without auto-crafting, why I said that this is monumentally easier than anything else I've worked with. Do I have a file in my... Yeah, I do. I wonder if I didn't shift-click in. So we get ourselves a pair of shears. And that wrench can go in. This screwdriver can go in. The soft hammer stays out, and I think I already have a wire cutter, so this wire cutter can go in there. And do I have a regular hammer? I don't think I do, and I don't think I already have a file. Okay, good. So... let's look back up at harvester. And what do I have that I still need? All right, we need this guy, and I need a pair of golden gears. Let's not do that, shall we? Yeah, let's do this one. Let's do the one that takes a bit fewer crafting steps. So that's a harvester, all right? Now, I think we're going to need an upgrade for him. I'm actually pretty certain we're going to need an upgrade for him. And that's going to be a pain in the neck. So let me just look up hammer. I think it's actually called a precision sledgehammer. There we go, precision sledgehammer. So it's 3 plastic sheets. So I'm going to need 6 plastic pulp. Okay. We could do that. That's the nice thing about using the centrifuge to process this stuff is that it's fairly easy to get what we need. So we pull that out. Where's our alloy smelter? There we go. Let's put that in and that in. As you guys can see, I'm still working on all that Cooper nickel I need, which is going to be another pain in the neck because I haven't found a nickel vein. So what I'm having to do is I'm having to process down iron to get copper nickel. Okay. So let's see if we have any sticks laying around. Yeah, we do. Look at that. Yoink. Precision sledgehammer. All right, so let's get that out. Let's get this guy out. Let's go over to our tree farm out there. So the entire reason I went about doing this is because we need to be able to harvest a bit better because I'll show you the problem that we are running into very rapidly. What we are running into is an issue with... Oh, well, now he's running fine. Would you look at that? Oh, I know why he's running fine. Okay. So the reason he's running fine is because we've actually run out of crap in our... Get that open. Thank you. We've run out of herba in there. But we haven't run out of herba, but we've run out of charcoal in there. So, yeah, we're going to... I mean, this works fine, I guess. One of the big issues we run into, though, is that this whole thing... What'll happen is the trees will get too dense when that thing's running, and the entire thing will basically cough, sputter, hack, and stop working. Well, it doesn't cough or sputter, but it stops working because the golems get jammed up by the trees. So I'm going to break this right there before he has a chance to get in there, and I'm going to throw my harvester down right there. And if I pick up the precision sledgehammer, you can see the range. All right, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. Okay, so let's look up upgrades. All right. So a 6 radius upgrade is range upgrade silver, all right? And you can see what we have going on here. Nice. So it's just an upgrade. It's not that expensive. And we just need some plastic pulp to go in there and process correctly. And yes, I'm still trying to figure out what's causing that frame rate drop right in that location. But it's manageable. Yeah, manageable. Let's go with manageable for right now. That's probably the best way of saying it. Okay, so if we jog over to here, we should be able to see, do I have any... Yes, I do. So let's go range upgrade, or I guess just upgrade. And I apologize if you could hear banging in the background there. So let's go upgrade, and we want the silver one. Boom. 1 upgrade, thank you. Now, we're not going to change the system around too much. We're actually still going to use the golems to replant, all right? We're just going to use this range upgrade to be able to do some more fun stuff with them. Okay? Good. So let's come jogging over to here. We could change it around. We could use a planter instead, but I think this is probably the easier way of doing things. So let's shove this guy in, and then let's take a look at our range. Perfect. All right? And we're going to want to get power connected into there. We're also going to want to load our minecart. So we're going to have to change this entire system up just a little bit to get this to work how we want it to. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove our item loader. We're going to look at that and see that that's completely full. Joy. And then we're going to get out and we're going to start clearing out some space down here so that we actually have some space to work. Okay. Do I have my digger's backpack on me? Let's get our inventory cleared up a little bit, shall we? Wire cutter, screwdriver file. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bump, bump. That can go away. And where is my digger's bag? There we go. Much better. All right, so we're just going to have to mine out a bit of area over here. Not too hard to do. Just to put together a nice little underground area for ourselves. This is the point, by the way, where having the excavator would be super useful. Let's finish digging this out here. And there we go. All right, so I'm just going to dig out a little area here, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, guys, so we're kind of at an awkward point right now. Namely, that right now we're looking at a fair amount of resources, and yeah. Yeah, so what we're going to have to do, and I'm kind of staring at my computer screen going, what am I going to do with this? So we have a couple byproduct items that we're going to have to figure out how to deal with as we're processing this stuff. The first one is that those harvesters produce sludge. So we're going to need a sludge boiler, all right? 2 furnaces, machine frame. This isn't too bad, all things considered. All right, so it's basically just that. We have the furnaces already. I need 2 plastic sheets, which isn't too bad. Let's just make sure I can get 1, 2, 3, 4 plastic pulp put together here. Let's see, we'll do that, and we'll come over to here. We'll swap that out. We'll put that in. And we'll put this back in. Oops. Actually, you know what we'll do here? There. Oh, that's not even going to work. Okay, hold on. Hold on for a second. So that's 18. So we had 9 go in, right? Oh, gosh. The math is actually hurting my brain today. Okay, so 9 went in. So 9 have been used up. So what's 32 minus 9? That would be 23. There. The whole reason I did that, by the way, is simply because I wanted to make sure that we don't produce too much of that stuff. Anyways, so we have our 2 plastic sheets. Let's look back up at sludge boiler. All right, sludge boiler. I need a bucket, which is 3 iron plates. Let's get ourselves some iron. Actually, I think I have a bunch of buckets laying around. I have 1 there. Must have done something with them. Must have. That must be what I did. I don't know. All right, we'll come over to here. Bending machine. Of course, that'll take a little while. And there we go. That's cool. That looks really cool. All right, so that should dump into here. There we go. Let's get ourselves that bucket. Open this baby up. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. We get ourselves a bucket. Sludge boiler. Thank you. We want the iron gear courtesy of Thermal Foundation. There we go. 1, 2. And we'll get 1 of these, 1 of those, and we'll do 1 of these. Sludge boiler. Now, we need to be very careful because this thing will try and kill us. All right? It will, in fact, try and kill us. So let's get ourselves, let's do a chest and a chest. And we have these guys. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. All right, so here's what we'll do. Let's take our item conduits. Now let's go downstairs and set this thing up. The other thing I want to do is I want to get myself another trash can. Thank you very much. And we'll see if this works without needing the trash, without needing that second chest. I think it will. I just don't remember. Oh, we need to pump liquids around too. Let's see. It's easier just to look up conduit, to be honest. Pressurized fluid conduit. Can I make any of those? No. What do I need for those? Quartz glass. How much quartz do I have? Enough. Good. I like it when the answer is enough. Alloys only. We'll throw that in there. Okay, so that's going to go and do its thing. We might as well start setting this guy up over down here. So, it's a 3x3 death zone, basically. All right, it's a 3 radius zone around which we cannot be. So I'm thinking of sticking this guy in here. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to go like this. We'll go down a level. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll stick 1 down here. So it's 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Good. And then we can go out 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're just going to put a little danger room. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, so standing on top of that probably won't kill us. Probably. We may want to go down 1 more level here. That may be a decent idea. Yeah, we'll go down another level instead of going sideways. Instead of digging straight up, we'll just go down 1 more. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. because I want it to be fairly clear to everyone where the danger zone on this thing is. So we'll just end up sticking this thing right in the center of this, and I'll just have to clear out this room. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3. There we go. We'll do this. And that. And what we'll do now is we'll break this, put the torch down there instead, and we'll put our sludge boiler right there. Boom. Okay. We'll go up, and then we'll dig like this. And what we can do now is take our energy conduits and start connecting them up like that. Good. And of course, we're going to need a few more energy conduits. But that's okay, because I know that we actually have a production system over here. Production system, whatever this thing's called. So let's look up cond. And this will get us another, how many? 8? Yeah, that might be enough. We're going to need some more, though. So why don't we just cook up some more now versus having to wait. So we'll take some iron and some redstone, because conductive iron is never a bad thing to have. Especially because you'll find that, like, I found personally that most of my networks end up being mostly this stuff. You know, you don't need that much of it. So we'll throw you in there. This gets to be conductive iron, right? Yeah. Okay, good. This gets me that conductive iron. Oh, and it should have all wound. Nope. Should all have wound up in there. That's perfect. And let's get onto this thing, and let's do that. 1, 2, 3, however many we want. 32 should be enough. And let's get some more conductive iron out of here. Hip hip hooray. That's going to take a while, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to take a while. Yep. I think 8 should be enough. I think. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so let's come this way, I think. Where did that connection come from? No, right, I have to go through here, take a right, and then... Yeah. Boy, the underground side of my base is starting to turn into Boston over here, isn't it? And if you've ever driven through Boston, know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll just connect these across. Maybe. So you have to jump down and then jump back up. That's fine. Jump down, jump back up. We have a connection there. Good. All right, so now before we actually give this thing sludge to boil, because that would be a critical mistake, let's connect our ender chest, our item conduit right there. We'll put that there, and then we'll put our chest, our golden chest, or our iron chest at least, can go right there. And then our trash can can go right there. And then all we should have to do is hook up our item conduits like that. Set this guy to insert priority 1, and set this guy to insert and leave, maybe change the priority to -1. Okay, so he should be all set, right? Right. So now we just take our pressurized fluid conduits, run them along through the same block space. And you guys are understanding why I love conduits now. And by the way, you want to get your conduits rigged before you do anything else. Otherwise, it's a bit of a pain in the neck. Because then you have to connect the conduits and make sure they linked properly, and it's a bit of a pain in the neck. Okay, so if I'm right, that thing should be running. And I should be safe to stand right here and look in that chest. Beautiful. Awesome. Great. Sludge is going down, RF is staying stable, and we are losing sludge. Perfect. Okay, and then this guy should be actually running at decent speed now. If I can actually take a look at him. Ugh. This is the problem when you're building like this. All right, so let's take a look at this guy. You're running, and you're good too. Perfect. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to come over to this side, and get up here and get something to stand on maybe. And where is this? This is right here. So we'll break that. We'll put our locking track down like that. And, all right, so let's open this guy up. Golden bag of holding. Let's get ourselves our reinforced crowbar. Boarding mode that a ways. Oh, all right, we should have done this first. Derp. All right, so we'll put down our item unloader. He'll go right there. And then we'll go, let's see. Come on, where are you? Locking track. Put him on top. Boarding mode that a ways. Okay, good. So then we get our chest out. We'll put it, I guess, right there. Beautiful. And we'll take all this junk out. And I want to tell this guy, just for safety's sake, he is to filter oak saplings. Beautiful. All right, so we'll throw this stuff in here. And, yeah, okay. Oh, right. Okay, no, this makes perfect sense. Okay, good, 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 good. And then we'll just run our item conduit up there. And we'll turn, disable that. We'll set this guy to extract. He should only be pulling out saplings. And this guy to insert. And that's going to provide the saplings for our guys upstairs. So we'll pull that out. And you can see we have a bit of an apple problem now. Just a bit. Okay, so we'll resort that. We have saplings in there. This guy should be active without signal. And he's pulling out the saplings and he's putting them upstairs. Now, it should be happening over on this side. And if I make myself another trench to walk through here, we should see that this thing is actually filling up with items. So we're going to drop off our apples. Das Apfel. Ja, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber nicht so gut. Okay, we put that there, and we check to make sure we think our system's working right. We think it is. We're going to put that chest cart down and give him a bit of a nudge. We're loading in our wood. We're loading in our wood. We're still loading the wood. Let's put some more wood in there to load. We're loading the wood, and now we're loading the saplings. Perfect. We still have these apples in there. So he's going to go there. He should unload. Now, the biggest danger is that this eventually fills up, all right? So that's the biggest concern we have, that this thing fills up with saplings. We're not getting enough saplings pushed back out into there, and we end up having an issue, all right? That's kind of unavoidable for us. Yeah. That's unfortunately basically unavoidable here. We could clean this up a little bit more by just removing this harvester and just using a standard, whatever it's called. Yeah, that's the issue now, ain't it? No, it's not an issue. It's not at all an issue. Or at least it won't be, eventually. So this guy's just going to run circuits. This thing is apparently just not seeing that tree, but it should see it in a few seconds here. Don't make a liar out of me. Will you see that tree? One or two. You have two trees in front of you, buddy. And they're not that far in front of you. There's no reason why you shouldn't be running. Your idle timer is functional. Oh, unless he's doing a pat. There we go. Okay. And we're getting trees placed back down. That's awesome. Good, buddy. And this thing should still be running. You know, the question is, and this is a very interesting question that I just thought of, which is that, unless I'm mistaken, those transport things, those alchemical furnaces, they can burn any material, right? So, can't they also burn saplings? I mean, heaven knows we're generating enough flippin' saplings. I'm actually worrying that we'll overrun on saplings and we'll have an issue. So then wouldn't we be able to... I think this will do the job. Do I have any covers laying around? Yes, I do. Now that I'm thinking about it, if that can burn saplings, this might be even easier. I may not have to use charcoal in there at all. I might just be able to use the saplings to burn, because we're not burning that many, and it's mostly just staying full. So I think we're actually wasting quite a lot of resources. Really? You slow down now? So I think we're actually wasting a lot of resources down there because of that. So let's take a look at that, shall we? Okay, so if I dig... I take the charcoal out. Hey, look at that. It does work. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And we have a bunch of apples in here still. Excuse me. Okay, voice, what's going on today? So I'm just going to dump these apples in here. We're going to have to figure out something to do with all these extra apples. Because as of right now, I'm kind of stumped on what to do with the darn things. Partially because we just have so many of them, right? It's like jeepers. We could crush them up. We could grind them down into apple juice, which we can use for other stuff in the future, but that just leaves us with the problem of where to store the flippin' apple juice, right? Like, that's great, but we still have to store the apple juice somewhere, guys. And I'm not even certain where to store that apple juice. All right, well... we'll have to figure that out. For right now, I'm probably just going to go with the let's build a barrel solution to the entire problem. To me, that sounds like a better idea than anything else I can think of. So let's just make a barrel. Yep, there we go. Clicky. Am I out of chests? I'm out of wood chests. Okay. And let's just make that a chest. There we go. And we'll just put him in here. So we'll go with the make a barrel solution and call it a day. But yes, so now that hopefully is a bit more automated than it was in the past, and it's a little bit more fail-proof. Because I was having to go over there and just clean it out every once in a while, and it was really getting on my nerves. And I'd really not have to deal with it. I also wish I knew why that room was lagging out on me every time I walk into it, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so if I just go... Yes, is a proper answer to that. I go like that. Oh, but I'm going to need an item filter to do that too. Ha! That's going to be a pain in the neck. Okay. No, I don't need an item filter for it. I don't need an item filter for it at all. Okay. I'm not thinking properly. Because it's a barrel, it only has one inventory slot in it, so as long as we pre-code it, it won't matter what we do with it. All right, so let's just yank that out. Thank you. We'll go over and down and up. And we'll come over here. And we'll come over here and over here. And then we'll come down a bit. Let's get some apples out of here. Thank you. And we'll stick a barrel down right underneath this guy. And we'll tell this apple, he goes in there. We'll shift right click it. We'll flip that over. And we'll tell this thing, you are extracting without signal. And we should just see apples and only apples getting pulled out of there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And now this guy is only feeding wood and saplings in, which I do like to see. You can see we are growing trees, and the harvester is, in fact, keeping up with them. We should also be keeping up with the sapling demands that we have. Let's check that. No. Didn't quite get it. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. I certainly have enjoyed putting this together and improving our little system there. In the meantime, I'm going to be working to get myself a fair amount more nickel. Yeah, great. We need another stack of copper nickel. We need another 8 copper nickel coil blocks to go in there before we can actually do anything. So guys, this has been Mr. Kassarian. I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give me a like, comment, subscription. Just let me know you're out there. Anyways, guys, happy mining.